Hello students, today I am going to teach about different types of the endocrine glands. Okay, so in our endocrine system, different types of the glands are present. Endocrine system. So in this endocrine system, different glands are present. So we will discuss about these glands. So in this first one, pituitary gland. Okay, the next pineal gland, thyroid gland, parathyroid gland, thymus gland, pancreas, adrenal gland, then after that gonads. So these are the different types of the endocrine glands. Okay, next we will discuss about their location. So first of all, about pituitary gland. So pituitary gland is located in the brain region, the head region, near the brain. Okay, next the pineal gland is also present in the head region. Next, thyroid gland is present in neck region. Okay, it is located in the neck region. Here it located, the thyroid gland is located neck region. Next, parathyroid gland. So parathyroid glands are very small glands. They are present on the thyroid gland. Okay. Next, thymus gland. Next, thymus gland is located in the chest region. On the chest region. Okay. So below the sternum, below the chest bone, this thymus gland is located. Next, pancreas. So pancreas is present in the duodenum region. So duodenum is U-shaped structure. U-shaped structure. Here in this gap, this leaf-like structure is present, that is called pancreas. Next, adrenal gland. Adrenal glands are present on the kidney. They are located on the kidney. So that's why these are also called suprarenal glands. Okay. Next, gonads. So gonads are generally two types, male gonads and female gonads. So male gonads and female gonads. Male gonads are called testes. Testes are located extra-abdominal space, abdominal, in the scrotal sac. The scrotal sacs. Okay. So which means, so in the males, the testes are present on outside of the body, that is extra-abdominal space. Next, they are present in the scrotal sacs. So in the female, they are present lower abdomen. So in the lower abdominal cavity, the female gonads, they are called ovaries. Ovaries are present. Okay. So these are the different types of the endocrine glands and their location. So here first of all, pituitary gland, pineal gland, thyroid gland, parathyroid gland, thymus gland, next pancreas, adrenal gland, gonads. So we will discuss about each and every gland. Next, we will discuss about pituitary gland. Okay. So pituitary gland is very, very important gland in our body. This is also called master gland. Okay. Because all other endocrine glands are under control of this pituitary gland, which means pituitary gland controls the other endocrine glands. So that's why this is called master gland. Next, hypothalamus is also called master controlling center. Because the hypothalamus controls the pituitary gland. Hypothalamus controls the only pituitary gland. Next, pituitary gland controls the or regulates the complete other endocrine glands. So that's why this is called master gland It is very important gland in our body. Next, it's location. It's located in the brain. Okay, in the brain, below the hypothalamus. Below the hypothalamus. It's located below the hypothalamus. For example, when we will draw the diagram, so this is the pituitary gland. So here this is the small lobe structure. Lobed structure is pituitary gland. So this pituitary gland is attached to the hypothalamus. This is the hypothalamus region. Okay. So it's present below the hypothalamus. Next, it attached to the hypothalamus with the help of this stalk-like structure is called infundibulum. Infundibulum. Okay. So it has a stalk-like structure is called infundibulum. Infundibulum. With the help of infundibulum, the pituitary gland connects the hypothalamus. It located below the hypothalamus. Next, it is also called hypophysis. It's also called hypophysis. Okay, this is the another name. Next, adrenal gland is arranged, or it is located, it is present a bony depression. Bony depression is called sella torsica. Sella torsica in the sphenoid bone. Okay, so in the sphenoid bone is the one of the cranial bone. So in the sphenoid bone, a small depression is present. So in the depression, this pituitary gland is arranged or is located in this space. So that bony depression is called sella torsica. It is present below the hypothalamus and it arranged in a small bony depression is called sella torsica. Next, the pituitary gland can be divided into two parts or two lobes. They are called adenohypophysis. Adenohypophysis. This one is neurohypophysis. Hypophysis or neurohypophysis, or we can write also anterior pituitary gland, anterior pituitary lobe, posterior pituitary lobe. Okay, so the pituitary gland can be divided into two lobes. These are two lobes. So here one is called anterior pituitary lobe, or it is also called adenohypophysis. Second one is called neurohypophysis. So these two lobes are present in the pituitary gland. Next, so here this pituitary gland is generally, it is dual origin organ, which means it originated from two regions. So that's why this is called dual origin organ. So we will discuss about that one. So here the anterior lobe is originated from one place and posterior lobe is originated from another place. So that's why this is called dual origin organ. Dual origin organ. So here first of all we will see the anterior lobe. So this anterior lobe is developed from a oral pouch is called. It developed from the oral pouch or pharyngeal pouch. That is also called pharyngeal pouch is called Rathke's pouch. Okay, so in the embryonic development, in the development of embryo, so in the oral region, a pouch is formed. That pouch is called Rathke's pouch. So that is also called oral pouch or pharyngeal pouch. From that pouch is called Rathke's pouch. So here this Rathke's pouch has 3 parts. It has 3 parts. They are pars distalis, second one is pars tubularis, pars distalis, pars tubularis, third one is pars intermedia. These 3 parts are present in the Rathke's pouch. So here these 2, pars tubularis and pars distalis, both together forms the anterior pituitary lobe. Next, pars intermedia, it forms a small depression. It leaves a small depression. So that part is called, it forms the middle region. This is called middle region of pituitary gland. So it's not a lobe, just it is attachment between 2 lobes. So that forms the pars intermedia. Pars intermedia forms the middle region. Pars distalis, pars tubularis, both together to form anterior pituitary lobe. Okay, so this is about adenohypophysis or anterior lobe. Next, posterior pituitary lobe. So here this posterior pituitary lobe, it is extension of hypothalamus. So hypothalamus, this is the hypothalamus. This one, hypothalamus is extend to form a small lobe is called neurohypophysis. So that's why this is also called pars nervosa. Pars nervosa. This pars nervosa forms the posterior lobe. So this is the origin of pituitary gland. So here the pituitary gland is dual origin organ. So which means it originated from 2 places. One is the Rathke's pouch, second one is the hypothalamus. Okay, so Rathke's pouch forms the anterior lobe, hypophysis forms the posterior lobe. Okay.